What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mom Spaghetti. This is the best podcast channel. Our first episode for our podcast actually did not work. For some reason, it recorded, but then it had no audio, and I don't know why that is. That's very bad. But so I'm just gonna give you guys a little story time of something that happened to me back when I was in third grade. So let's go back then. Back then, we used to have all of these parties in the bathroom, basically, and these were crazy. We're about all the 20 boys in my class would all go to the bathroom at like one time in the day. We stay down there for like half an hour and we just completely go crazy. We'd be climbing on the stalls. We'd be jumping up, seeing who could touch the wall the highest. So it was crazy. And so we planned one of those like earlier. We planned them. We always planned them for a time. And so at the time, I went down to the bathroom. And these, probably second graders were running around, and they were screaming that there was poop on the floor. And there was clearly not poop on the floor. It was a raisin. They were going crazy because there was a raisin on the floor. I mean, if it was poop, it somehow was pooped out by a bunny in the bathroom, and the bunny's turd somehow looked just like a raisin. There was absolutely no way it was poop. So I said, "What the heck are you guys doing?" And it's not poop, it's a raisin. And I'm like, "Look." And I picked it up, and as soon as I touched it, those kids just ran screaming out of the bathroom. And they managed to find the one teacher that was a Karen. Yes, this teacher was a Karen. There was a Karen teacher at my school, and they managed to find her and tell her that I was throwing poop around. And so she came in and she's like, "Excuse me, these people say you are throwing poop around the bathroom." And I'm like, "No, I wasn't." And she's like, "You better stop talking right now, mister. You're in big trouble." And I'm like, "No, this is a raisin. Look at it." And I said it exactly like that. I didn't even say it rude or anything. I just said, "Look, it's a raisin. It's not poop." And she's like, "Shut up. Stop it with the sass, mister. I know what you're trying to do. You think I'm stupid?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Stop it with the sass." And I'm like, "I'm not even doing anything." She's like, "Stop sassing me. I'm going to walk you to your classroom. You're in big trouble, mister." And so there she goes, and she walks me back to the classroom. So she's walking me back to my class, and she's like, "We're going to get the principal in here, and we're going to get the principal in here, and we're going to get you in big trouble, mister." And so she calls the principal down, and we sit at the back of the classroom for 30 minutes talking about why I shouldn't throw poop around. Let me tell you, I didn't even touch any poop. And I didn't even throw the raisin. And so the principal comes down. My principal always had this walk. She was the most important thing. And you could hear her shoes. This was the one. She wore these high heels. That was her signal. If you heard high heels clickety-clacking down the hallway, you have to behave because she's coming. And so she came down with her clickety-clackities echoing all the way down the hall. And so she comes in, and so we talk for 30 minutes about why I shouldn't throw poop and all of that. And finally she's like, "Okay, so now after I had finally explained to her and everything, she's like, okay, what did you do with it? I'm like, I don't know. I honestly didn't even know what I did with it. Because this crazy Karen teacher lady starts coming in here screaming that she's gonna sue me and that she's gonna talk to the manager. No, but she just like started coming down and screaming at me, and I thought like, oh, well, maybe I probably just dropped it on the floor, and so the principal's like, if you dropped it on the floor, then I guess we're gonna have to expel you. And she was gonna send me home if there was this raisin on the floor in the bathroom. It's like, I'm going to go down to the bathroom now, and if I see that piece of raisin anywhere, I am going to send you home, and you'll be expelled for the next 2 days. And so I did what any logical person would do, and just be like, okay. And so the rest of the day so she left the classroom, and the rest of the day I was completely terrified, like petrified in my seat, just like, oh my gosh, is she gonna come back? And that was traumatizing, honestly, it was. And so, but she never came back, and so that was pretty much the end of that story, which is crazy. I don't know what she was doing, but it just wasn't good. Wasn't good principling. So, hope none of that happens to you. Hope you don't have a horrible teacher like that. Hope you guys have a good day, and goodbye. This has been Mom's Spaghetti.